Welcome to Truth and Tequila. It's that time where I'm sipping some fine agave and having a conversation with you. Oh my God. Hello and welcome. These are the episodes that are dedicated to answering any and all questions you have, navigating the areas of spirit, sex, and of course, igniting your mojo. And every now and again, I like to shake it up a bit and offer you something, little nuggets of mojo, little special surprises, because, we all like to shake it up a little bit. And this week is part 3 of a mini series I'm doing here for you on our Truth and Tequila episodes. This is based on the principles of pleasure. It's a series on Netflix. If you missed the other 2 episodes on Truth and Tequila, check them out. They're really great. They'll talk you through body and mind. So today is our finale of this mini series where we're talking about pleasure and relationships. So this is really, when we talk about pleasure and bringing it into our partnering, it's fascinating because it's definitely about, our turn-ons, our turn-offs, how pleasure begins to connect, or maybe has difficulty connecting when it's with partnering. Pleasure with ourselves, that's already something that we still need to cultivate, right? Pleasure is something that has been challenging for most women that I have worked with. It was challenging for me, decades ago. And so it's something that has become part of my own expression. And I was about to say, it didn't come naturally. However, pleasure comes naturally to all of us. And then it gets taken away from us by shame, by trauma, by experiences we've had. And so then all of a sudden we're disconnected from pleasure and we need to relearn how to be with pleasure and to have a pleasurable life. So imagine now that you're somewhat comfortable with it for yourself, and all of a sudden you've got a partner, and how to share pleasure with that partner. And especially if maybe that partner doesn't like all the same things that you like. How does pleasure now become something that you can share in a partnership? So turn-ons and turn-offs. When it comes to relationships, it's, interesting to discover the partner's pleasure points. Yes, this can be sexually. I encourage you, though, to also discover what your partner enjoys just daily. What is pleasure for them? Is it a touch? Is it words, lovely conversation? Is it, a cup of coffee, just the way that they like their cup of coffee? Or is it a tea latte, just the way they like their tea latte, right? Discover what those pleasure points are within your person, meaning your partner. It could be your chosen partner for a night. It could be your chosen partner for a month. It could be your partner for a life that you're cultivating a life for. So when it comes to relationship, I encourage you not to deduce it, just to life partner. Because if you're dating or if you're choosing to have lovers, fantastic. But remember that there's a whole other spirit that is in the body of this person, right? That you're choosing to relate to in an intimate way. And that could be including sex, or that might not be including sex, right? Depending on where you're at in the stage of what you're up to for yourself. So discovering what that other person enjoys and what's pleasurable for them, it's key. And we sometimes can forget that. Now, women, we're very much about pleasing, right? We want to please our people. We want to make sure that they're feeling good. But the other thing that's important in terms of partnering in pleasure is to share what's pleasurable for you. That's a whole other realm, because sometimes we think, oh, shouldn't people just know what I like? Shouldn't they be the ones figuring it out? Well, it's, it can be a give and take. It's really quite mojo-licious and very powerful when you can share, ooh, I really love it when you touch me like this. Or, oh my God, I just love oysters. And then somebody can go, okay, well, great. Now I can provide, or I can share, or I can, enjoy oysters with you. So for you to also be communicative about what brings pleasure for you is part of this relating to another in pleasure. This might sound so simple to some of you, and yet it's a great reminder. It's a great reminder because we can all forget some of the basics. It's always about coming back to the basics. And when we get into a partnership, again, for a night, for a weekend, for a lifetime, a lot of our wisdom can go out the window. Right? Because when we are face to face with a partner and we're in relating to another, this is when our stuff can come up, right? Because there's that mirror there in the relatedness. Sometimes it's super easy. There's a great flow, so it can feel more natural and it's not as challenging for you to be connected to your own pleasure and available to what that other person's pleasure is. Or it can bring up the stuff, I call it the kinks, in your system when you're like, maybe I shouldn't say this or shouldn't do that. And it's important to notice that. And really remember that there is another body that you're relating to, but that body is infused with that person's spirit. So when you can drop into your own body, that's the embodiment piece of Mojo we talk about. When you can drop into your own body, you are more connected to your mojo. You have more access to your pleasure, which allows you to be available to what's going on over there in that other body, which has a spirit that they have their own pleasures, their own connection or disconnection to it. And really, though, the foundational principle of everything being energy, there's no separation between you and that person. Now that takes something to actually get to that point where you can, be with that. And it's something that will be continuously cultivated as you go down the road with mojo, as you go down the road with pleasure, as you go down the road with relating spiritually, sexually, and mojo-liciously. All right. I've also have some very fabulous conversations with people on this show called The Real Undressed, which is here for you. And I want to highlight a few of those that can also support you in connecting to pleasure and relationship. So Luba Evans, she's incredible. She brings the world of Tantra and relating to a partner and really connecting to a partner with the whole concept of Tantra and pleasure in that way. So this will be linked in the show notes so you can check out the conversation with Luba Evans. Also, Reed Mahalko. He is the sex geek. And we have a really, really great conversation that absolutely talks about relating to another and also like dating your species. It's a fascinating conversation. And also check out Zoe Kors. Zoe just recently came out with a phenomenal book, Radical Intimacy. And that is absolutely about relating on a level of deeper intimacy, of bringing pleasure, of really bringing all the aliveness and connectedness and eros, all of it to your relationships. So we had a fabulous conversation about that as well. All of those are linked in the show notes. and they will support you in this whole concept and this whole, more than a concept, of making this concept of pleasure in relating bring it into your life so it's a living and lived experience. I hope you've enjoyed this 3-part mini-series. It's again based on The Principles of Pleasure, which is on Netflix. And of course, if you're digging this episode, whatever platform you're listening on, go ahead and take 60 seconds, subscribe, rate, review, follow, do all the things. It really does help keep this show grow, and we are growing every month thanks to you, my yummy, delicious listener. I show up here for you, and I'm so grateful that you show up to connect with me and with the mojo. All right. And as always, thanks, truly, for getting undressed with me.